Hello everyone, welcome to your daily card reading for January 11th, 2014. 111. It's a number that symbolizes the sun. So that's like collective willpower, but of the collective humanity. Oh, I was watching this funny astrology with Jeff Jar and Rick Levine, but anyway, they were talking about Aquarius, and I have Aquarius on my midheaven, but it's so me, like in my passion in life and my quest for in anthropology. They say Aquarians love humanity. They love humanity more than anyone, but they have a problem with the people. And I'm like, that's so true. That's exactly. I think that's exactly the story of my life. So anyway, 111 is that humanity, you know. It's not about the individual people or, you know, this group or that group. It's about the collective will, the sun, power of the sun. So, okay, I'm going to draw 3 moving lines and a healing card and an overall message card and 1 tree magic card to begin to be an indicator for the reading. Okay, equilibrium, that balance, and that's what we keep talking about. We need this balance right now with all these readings that are talking about this increase of energy, and we really need to find that balance. So, you know, not too much energy, not exhausted, but really like that perfect, you know, stable, grounded, balanced energy as we move forward in our life. And it says, when opportunity is greeted with enthusiasm, success increases naturally. And we have the dove. And it seems like we've been getting this card, I don't know, somewhat regularly. I don't know, for some reason it seems like that. I know we've gotten it, but I'm not sure how many times or when we got it, but it seems like it keeps popping up because I keep mentioning this dove and you know, the idea to stay positive, to keep our doors open, or keep our mindset really positive for things, and that will bring us the balance. You know, when we're worrying about things or going this way or that, that's what causes our energy to drain, or if we get like way too excited about it, we get to a like kind of a, you know, a peak, a high where we're way too nervous, you know. So we need to, you know, find that enthusiasm so that we can just, you know that we're walking into something really good, and we have a solid pathway forward here, and we can just be positive about that, and then and peaceful as we move forward. So. Okay. Oh, we got the Kundalini energy again, and we have Axis Mundi, which actually has to do with that concept of Kundalini also, in a way. And then Amma. And this is a green-blue egg layer. So she's a special earth element. And her colors are very earthy, so seems like a grounding thing. Oh, of course, the hologrammy has to make her appearance. And this is our healing. She's so funny. She just has to walk in front. And Kali. Wow! Talk about powerful energies here. So, again, this is a Kundalini reading, and you know, to harness that energy, we really need to have that balance. And even when we ourselves can handle an increase in energy, and we move forward very balanced, other people sense that increase of energy and they can't handle it. So that's when kind of everything topples, or everybody gets stirred up, wound up, and then it's almost like the people around you get activated with that Kundalini energy. And usually it's hard for people who are, for people to handle that. Sometimes they're with you. Sometimes they have that rise in the energy level with you in a balanced way, so that you can have this kind of beautiful experience with other people. But the reason I'm talking about this is because we have Axis Mundi as the first card, and this has to do with the strange attractor for all the chaos. This is like the calm. This is the peace and the calm and the stable. This is the pole on which the earth turns. It is the axis. It is the stability. It is the center. And so you can look at Axis Mundi as the axis on which the earth turns, or you could also look at Axis Mundi as a strange attractor for the chaos, where when there's somebody very, very solid and stable, there's all this uproar around them because of their able to stay grounded and calm. And then it makes people kind of jealous, or want to lash out, or want to show you, or show the stable person their problems. So they all of a sudden, everybody who has any issue in their head, they have to somehow express this to you, but they don't tell you in a humble form, because that would be a very conscious communication. Usually the communication is through the subconscious, where people act out. So all of a sudden there's like people acting out their psychology, where it's not a direct communication. It's a a behavioral response based on the screws loose that might, whatever screws loose they have, that they're gonna act those out and flare up and show you that they have those. So but Mundi is very firm in his good nature. He is the king of fire. So he does not take crap from people. He anything that comes at him, he will deal with appropriately. And you guys, let me have these guys fighting. Okay. You guys can see the little. Oh, and you knocked my case over here too. All right, come on. Okay, sorry for the interruption. So anyway, Axis Mundi is able. He stands his ground. He always stands his ground. He is very protective of his flock. He is a very good protector, and he will, no matter how big, no matter how dangerous, or no matter who is threatening, he will stand his ground, and he will come out and run in place and do his little cock-a-doodle-doo and flap his wings, and then he will fight if he has to, but he doesn't ever initiate. He won't back down. So he will not back down, but he will not initiate. So and he also tries to avoid conflict, and but he protects his flock. So with Mundi, it's about really being able to and I'm not even talking, I mean, of course with the chicken it's physical, but I'm talking about with mental, emotional stuff, you know. I mean, if someone wants to have a tantrum, you can just ignore it. You can totally, you don't even have to, if you can, you don't even have to, you know, be around the person. If you have to be around the person, you can ignore them until you have a very good response to them. You know, I mean, there's a way in which you can handle everything appropriately, and that's what Axis Mundi does. So you can travel the Axis Mundi to the heavens or to the center of the earth, and there is, it's the concept, the shamanic concept of being able to travel to different dimensions and different worlds, and being able to be a part of those worlds and then come back to yourself. So really even centered and grounded enough and stable enough and balanced enough where if they have to deal with something, if a person has to, you know, show their fire in their leadership. He is a leader. He's the leader of fire. And if he has to encounter somebody or go to a world to deal with them, the second he returns back to himself, he doesn't have to shake things off. He doesn't have to purify himself. He doesn't have to take that time to rejuvenate, you know, to relax again. It's like, it's just so, he's so balanced and stable that he can go somewhere and then just come right back, and no big deal. That is taken care of, you know. And there's no strain or change in his nature. He is not influenced by the chaos around him. So he's that calm always. You know, even if something's going on, it doesn't bother him. So this is where we start. And then, so, you know, again, it looks like there's some, you know, possibly some conflict, or at least some relating, some turmoil that we need to relate to. So then we move into Little Red Amore, who is the Kundalini energy, and she is Little Red Love. This is the survival, physical energy of survival, and it's also sex and birth and death and something that comes into your life and changes you forever. And we have tie-dye here, so tie-dye has to do with beautifying yourself. This is tie-dye, because he looks like he has a Thai person with his hair dyed. So anyway, we have this major change. So maybe we want to beautify ourselves. Maybe we want to adorn ourselves. Maybe we want to make ourselves look more how we want to look. You know, work on our appearance for some reason, because it has to do with our expression. It reflects what we're feeling on the inside, and we feel differently when we change our external. So anyway, that was tie-dye. But back to Little Red Amore. This is about something that comes into your life and changes you forever. So something that happens, or something that enters your life, and it changes everything forever. And it's the concept of the rapture, you know, like where you were taken up to a different level of energy. You were taken up to the you know, they talk about rapture in the Bible, where you're taken up to heaven, but it's like you're taken up to this higher level reality by something new that comes in, that increases your love, and because of your love, you make these changes, because, you know, you can't ignore that. That's something that's real, and you just have to acknowledge it and align with it and allow it to be a part of your life if it's meant to be. So then we get to Amma, and Amma is the Queen Mother, who has to do with really providing for people in the physical world. She's a physical queen energy. And this has to do with really providing for people in all ways also. I mean, it's not just with physical things like, you know, food and shelter or, you know, caring like that. But it's also, you know, caring for psychology and caring for education and caring for you know, people in their life struggles and caring for people in all ways and really being a helper to those people. So that's Ama. So just to reiterate these three here, we have this this person who has all this attention surrounding them because of their level of energy and their level of peacefulness. And so that Kundalini kind of activates the world around. But everything gets stirred up and then it's handled properly and gets calmed down and it reorganizes. So chaos is the theory of order. When things appear to go out of balance, they're actually reorganizing to go to a higher level of balance. They're going to a different state. That's what and anything that has to change, they have to go to an unstable state and then they restabilize again in a stable state. So the chaos and the turmoil is really people stabilizing. We have a eagle that just flew over right over the reading and us, but it's not interested. It's flying that way. It's flying northeast. So that has to do with really improving your spirituality when it comes to new beginnings and your intellect and your higher mind also, like your psychology. The northern area is how you're relating psychologically to something, and then the east is new beginnings. So that little combo there with the eagle energy, which is the one that can, you know, the spiritual, the one that soars the highest in the spiritual realm. So it's somebody who is ascending. And then okay, so back to this. We keep having these little add-ons, but anyway, we have Mundi here, where things are reorganizing around this person. This person is very balanced, and they are stable, and they are solid, and they can handle the energy, any energy increase well. And as this happens, everything stabilizes around them by really focusing on them and kind of, you know, having things come up, and then they're being dealt with, and then they settle down in a new state of organization. And then we have after this we have Little Red Amore, which is something coming into your life and changing you forever. And this is, you know, about that deep love for self and others that is the concept of human survival. It's the concept of self-survival. It's about honoring what is really essential for self and other and humanity. And that, so this is collective survival. This is individual survival. And it is something that is a big change. And then we have Ama, that has to do with really taking somebody in and providing for them. So, yeah, and providing for them in all ways, but really taking somebody. The focus is on the physical here. Then we have, let's see, okay. Then we have Cinnabarite as the healing, and this is a like 360-degree shift and change. This is really having something split and turn at such a fast rate that it changes forever. that speed causes the adjustment, and really the whatever is not meant to be in the life, it splits off and goes in a different direction. So there's kind of a splitting action, and then also a very different direction that occurs, because this is cinnabarite, which is the elixir for immortality, and it's the highest refractive power in the world. So that's why I'm saying all this. And then cinnabarite is also it's deadly to people, but if they do it right, then it makes you live longer. It extends your life. So it's that's why it's the elixir of immortality, to be able to whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So this is, in ancient, I don't think they actually practice that anymore, but that was like an ancient practice for longevity. But this is the zero factor too. As you continue going forward in life, all of a sudden there's a point where everything kind of comes together and cycles back around to change the past. It's almost like all of a sudden something happens in life and the whole history changes, and the whole experience of the way you saw things before, everything that you understood before changes. So this zero factor coming in. And then the final message card is Kali, which is the one that ends linear time. She ushers in immortality. She ends the problems of the Kali Yuga. She stops people from doing wrong. She has that stop energy. Her color is red, and she she says no, and she's that protective mother, and she doesn't let anybody hurt her babies. It's kind of like Mundi, except Mundi's very passive, where he'll never go after anything. If she sees something from far away, she'll come and stop it. Kali's more like the protector of humanity, and but Kali is the ultimate justice. It's the ultimate truth in action. So she wants everybody to know what is true, and she makes sure that everybody does know what is true. And then if people are not acknowledging truth or denying truth, or trying to throw people into mental illness, or throw realities that exist out there to confuse people, she will stop that. She will say, no, you don't do that anymore. So she sets everything straight. She gets all the ducks in the row, and she makes sure that no matter what, everybody is clear on what is true, and then she acts based on that. And so she has that fiery energy also. But because she's really psychological, it is kind of from a psychological standpoint that she acts. She's not interested in getting involved in anything. She's just, whereas actually Mundi is more interested in getting involved in things. He won't go after things, but if somebody comes at him, he might get into something. Whereas Kali is the type of energy that just never has to fight, really, but will go out of her way to stop something. But she's very psychological, that nobody even would ever in a million years think to mess with this energy. It's just so intelligent that and so protective, and so full of that vitality and that power, that people don't mess with that, and they humble themselves and they walk away. They leave. They don't mess with Kali. So these two ending cards, the healing, what is already happening, there's already a zero factoring happening, already a change in direction, and with the final card is it's really I guess I'd have to say gear up for setting people straight, or gear up for standing in truth and correcting. That's about correcting people. When someone says, you do this and this and this, and you say, no, I know I have never done any of those things. I know I have not. And what you say that is true of me, that has nothing to do with reality, and it's not true at all, the reason you're saying that is because it's true of you. And so let's be clear on that. And I know that you know that, and I know that everybody else can see that too. So we're all clear that you're the one doing that, and I never have ever done that. Never did I have intentions of doing it, and never did I do it. We're all clear on that. So, I mean, that's an example of how Kali would act to set something straight. It's just like, no. You know, you put the mind out there, you work with the mind, you correct the mind. And that actually calms people. It makes people very calm. So, because it reaffirms what is true. And everybody really actually resonates with that truth. You know, they're going to test you. They're going to see if they can get their illusion past. You know, they're going to try and put that illusion out there and win their illusion. But if everybody's firm in the truth and you know, pointing out all the holes and reaffirming what's really going on. Holy crap. Yeah, man. Anyway, then that will settle it. You know, they really can't argue with someone who makes complete sense and is very strong and certain in their reality. They have this certainty there. So anyway, again, it says, when opportunity is greeted with enthusiasm, success increases naturally. So it does seem like we have a lot of change going on. There's leadership needed, maybe in action. So we need some action that is needed in terms of proper relationship and proper interaction in the physical world. This is the action card. And then we have the emotional rebirth here that occurs, and something that changes in your life. Oh, no, hologram sitting on me. And then this wonderful sanctuary here where somebody really cares and is there for you, and physically and emotionally and spiritually and psychologically. And then we have the healing already occurring, the zero factoring, the major shift and change, and the kind of increase in life condition already, and the viewpoint of life. And then the overall message card here is just letting you know everybody has to be really certain of truth and stand in that truth, and you know, put that truth to work in action. Put your words out there. Use your voice to communicate truth, and help people out. Don't give people the opportunity to do wrong or to harm. You correct them first, and correct them with certainty, and they will stop right there. So anyway, we have this, you know, peaceful balance here. So it actually seems like a really smooth ride here with this reading. So this plant came out. Let's see if I can. I don't know if you can. I'm gonna zoom in on this leaf. They actually have prickers, so they kind of hurt. So I don't really like them, but they're kind of cool because look at this. They close up. Little, I don't know, protective, very protective plants. They close up the second you touch them, and then they have all these thorns on them, which make it not so great for hay. But now I have hay bales, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, I hope everyone got what they needed out of this today, and I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks a lot.